Namaskaram. Today I'm going to share a very fascinating story, which is a real story about Richard Alpert or Ramdass and his journey, how he became Ramdass from Richard Alpert and with the help of one guru, Neem Karolibaba, or which I favorably call him Maharajji. So, this journey is one of the best fascinating journeys, and it started close to when the hippie movement was gaining prominence in the 1950s and 60s around the globe. The whole American government was fed up of that hippie movement because the hippies were not following the law and order and a particular structure, and they were creating nuisance, according which being said by the American government. Now, what happens is that Richard Alpert, to spread and propagate the hippie culture, comes to India. He had no idea where he's going to be. And when he comes to India, after spending some time, one night he was just standing, you know, on a field below the sky, below the stars, and he was just thinking about his mother. And his mother had passed at that point 6 months away, 6 months before. So he was just missing his mother's, and he had teary eyes, and he was missing her a lot. And he had tears in his eyes. And after some time, the next morning, he went again with his journey. Now, what happened is that the next morning, when he trekked, he came across one guru who was surrounded by people, what people used to call him Neem Karolibaba or Maharajji. So he saw that people were surrounding him and people were touching his feet and respecting him a lot. So he felt a little amazed that what is happening, as it was not prominent in the American culture. So he thought to himself that yes, maybe it's something uh, ridiculous which is happening. Then Neem Karoli Baba called him that come here, come here. So he went near him and he said, last night were you thinking about your mother? And Richard Alpert Ramdass says that being from Harvard and being from one of the most eminent institutions of the world, I was just amazed at that point of time because that was up into my mind. And how come another man, another just a normal saint, can know what is happening in my mind? He was very much shocked, by the way. So, what happened is that he said, how do you know it? He said, no issues. The Guru said, no issues. Your mother is in a happy place. And at that point of time, Neem Karoli Baba or Maharajji called him Ramdass. Ram is a famous deity, is one of the most prominent deities of Hinduism, and Das means servant. So Ramdas means servant of God. So at that point of time, Richard Alpert was very much clearly bewildered by what is happening around him, and he was very much shocked. Now he started preaching the messages of Neem Karoli Baba is to spread peace and to spread love around the world. One of the famous quotes which I like about Richard Alpert is he said that when we start loving people in a in the same way you love your worst enemies and your best friends, the same way you have reached a very high level of loving awareness or loving consciousness. And it's mentioned in one of his famous books about the Be Here Now that we should love, we should respect, and we should make this world a better place to live in. Richard Alpert Ramdass passed away some days before, and Neem Karoli Baba passed in 1973. He passed away in 1973. So now it's our responsibility to propagate this beautiful message of Neem Karoli Baba and Maharajji because they are no more with us, but their teachings are always going to inspire us. If you like this channel, please support, please subscribe to this channel, and we are working for the Neem Karoli and for the for creating the better world, and you can foster your helps in whatever ways you can, and we'll be highly obliged with it. Namaskar. Thank you.